Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for today's yoga session. I am back. I took a little bit of a break for a few weeks while I was on vacation. I had a great and restful time, but I am glad to be back. Today I have just a Fritz. Fritz is a whiny boy today. As you can hear, I'm going to shut this door because I don't want to listen to it. I'm sure nobody else does either. I do have Chai Cat here with me. The dogs are doing their thing. But today I have a really quick just stretch out session. We're going to stretch out some of our muscles. We're going to build up some energy and some heat. So if you're kind of in a midday slump and just have a little quick break to kind of, instead of taking a nap, you can do this and you'll come back more refreshed. You don't need any props. If you'd like some blocks, bolsters, blankets are all fine. Again, you don't need any. But let's just take a moment to settle ourselves and prepare for practice. You can come to a nice comfortable seat of your choice. We're just going to sit up nice and tall. You can close down the eyes if that feels safe to you. Otherwise, just soften your gaze. And we're going to take a moment here just to take some nice big inhales and exhales. So when you're ready, so I'll take a nice big inhale together, letting the air fill up our ribs, our stomach, feeling everything expand. And then a nice long exhale through the mouth or the nose. Feel everything contract and draw back into you. Nice big inhale, long extended exhale. And as you're doing this, let your body relax. Soften through your jaw. Let those shoulder blades melt down your back. Unwrinkle up the forehead. And while you're sitting there breathing and getting into the practice today, I do want to read the card that I pulled. It is a good one. And it's Scarab Beetle Spirit. It's a really pretty card. Its message is that magic works through you. Do you doubt your unique inner magic? Are you afraid that you have no originality or that creative juices don't flow through you? Perhaps you mistakenly believe that you're not the creative manifesting type. Scarab Beetle's Spirit's message is that creativity is a living force that comes to all of us from Spirit, who wants every person on the planet to manifest magic and co-create the world anew. You are as capable of resilience and innovation as anyone. If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. So draw inspiration into being and begin to playfully create something new, and do it without any judgment. Creativity and magic are your legacy as an expression of the Creator, so let them flow through you. Thought that was a nice little message for today. Let's go ahead and take one more big inhale, and then exhale, let it go. You can sigh it out even. If your eyes are closed, you can slowly blink them open to the room around you. And we're going to start moving. So let's go ahead and come to all fours in a nice tabletop position. So knees underneath hip points, hands underneath your shoulder points, one nice long line from tail to head. And we're going to, since we have Tri-Cat here, we've got to do a little bit of cat-cow. So on your inhale, we're going to drop those lower ribs, lift our head, lift our tail, look forward. Nice big stretch through the front body. Cow pose. As we exhale, we're going to reverse that action, tucking the tail, tucking the head, really rounding through the back. Think of a black Halloween cat or a grumpy chai cat hissing at Fritz. Inhale, cow. Exhale, reverse it into cat. Go ahead and do one more round just on your own with your own breath. And then after that round, go ahead and bring it to stillness. From here, we'll, let me walk up my mat a little bit. We'll send out our right foot. Now you can just kind of rock back and forth on that foot. You're going to get a nice little calf stretch here. When you're ready, go ahead and bring that to stillness. We're going to lift those right toes off the ground. Keep the toes dialed down, so you don't need to be clear up here. Just nice in line with the hip. So for some, you might want to stay here. For others, we're going to take our left hand like we're shaking someone's hand and just extend it forward and reach forward. I know my hand's going off camera a little bit. Apologies. But we're going to take a moment here to breathe. We're just playing with balancing both sides. One more big inhale, and then exhale, we'll lower everything back toward tabletop position. Side two. Stretch out our left leg. Go ahead and rock back and forth a few times. Feeling a nice stretch in that calf muscle. And after a few rounds of that, go ahead and bring it to stillness. When you're ready, we'll just lift those left toes off the ground. Again, keep the leg in line with the hip. One nice straight line. If you're good here, stay here. If you want a little more, we'll reach our right hand out like we're shaking someone's hand. Try and spread the weight evenly between your right leg and that left hand. Try not to dump everything on one side or the other. We're kind of playing with balance here. One more big inhale. And then exhale, we'll lower everything back down. I don't know if you saw Chai jump up to get a pet. All right. I'm going to back up a little bit. All right. So if your hands are still underneath your shoulders, like mine are, we're going to walk them just one handprint in front of where they are. So they're a little bit out. Tuck those toes under. Take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, we'll lift those knees up off the mat, straighten through the legs. Let the weight sink into your heels. It's okay if they don't touch. We're coming into our first downward facing dog. Really press away from the mat. You should feel a nice big stretch through your calves and your hamstrings. If you'd like, you can take your dog for a walk, bending one knee and then the other. Or you can just rest in stillness here, letting the head grow heavy. Or you can play with both. Yogi's choice. Let's take one more big inhale together. Exhale, let it go. When you're ready, we'll look up at our hands. We're going to make our way up to the top of the mat. So I like to take little baby steps. You can take bigger steps or maybe even jump or float. Once you reach the top, slight bend in the knees. On your inhale, you're going to come up halfway. Try and keep a nice flat back. Exhale, let it go. Forward fold. Now this can be tricky. So if this is not comfortable for you, this is where you can use blocks if you have them nearby to bring the ground up to you. It can be on any level. Or if you don't have blocks, just generously bend your knees as much as you'd like. Let's take some nice big inhales and exhales here. We'll take one more inhale. And then on your exhale, we're going to start to roll it all the way up until we're standing. Once you reach standing, let's loop the shoulders up, back, and down. We'll stand up nice and straight and tall, hands at our side. Mountain pose, just taking a break, getting off of our wrist for a moment. Catch your breath if you need to. On your next inhale, let's reach our arms up to the sky, feeling a nice big stretch. And then as we exhale, slight bend through the knees, shift those hips back. We're going to dial it all the way down, back into our forward fold. Inhale, we'll come up halfway, flat back. And then exhale, back down we go. Take a moment here to breathe. We have a little plank flow after this, so we're getting ready to turn up the heat. So take a moment in this cooling posture to prepare yourself, especially if planks aren't your favorite. All right, when you're ready, we'll step one foot back and then the other, coming into that plank. Really press away from the mat. Now, if plank isn't for you, lower those knees, come into a half plank. Otherwise, press back through the heels, one straight line from your toes to your head. Breathe. Now from here, we're going to turn on to the outer edge of our right arch, or of our right foot, inner edge of our left foot, or inner arch of our left foot, coming into a side plank. So if this is not for you, lower that bottom knee. That way you have a little bit of stability. Or you could also kickstand that left leg so that way you have a little bit more of a foundation here. Otherwise, you can stack the feet. They can be in front of each other. Your hand can be reaching to the sky. You can reach it overhead, whatever feels good. If you'd like a little bit more, you can lift that left foot off the ground. Breathe. One more big inhale. And we'll return back to our regular plank. Ready to go to side two? Let's go to the opposite side. Outer edge of our left foot, inner arch of our right foot. You can kickstand. You can bend a knee. You can lift your foot. Arm can be straight out. It can be overhead. Whatever you want to play with today. And when you're ready, we'll return back to plank. And then go ahead and lower all the way down to your belly. You can belly flop if you'd like. Let it go. Whew. Take a breath. From here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And on an inhale, we're just going to look forward. Little baby cobra. We are kind of warm, so if you'd like to grow that cobra, you can press up and away from your mat. But if you feel any crunchiness in your lower back, lower down a little bit. You don't have to be so high up. Breathe. And exhale, we'll lower it back down. Whew. From here, we'll tuck one toe under, tuck the other toe under, take a nice inhale. On your exhale, we're going to press away from the mat and come back into that plank. One more inhale here. Exhale, we'll lift our hips up and back for downward facing dog. Take a moment here to just breathe it out. If that plank variation was hard for you, that's okay. Just let it go. In your next inhale, look forward. We're going to make our way back up to the top of the mat. Once you reach the top of your mat on your next inhale, we'll come up halfway with a flat back. And then exhale, let it go. Forward fold. Take a few breaths here. Take one more inhale, and on the exhale, we'll slowly roll it all the way back up. And we're going to end today in mountain pose, so we'll come back to our mountain pose. Take a moment here to breathe. So that is all I have for you today. This was a super quick session just to get some energy moving, especially if you're kind of in a midday slump. So I hope you feel a lot more energized and ready to tackle the rest of your day. If you are on the live, thank you so much for joining me live. I appreciate it. I do have a YouTube channel that houses all of my past yoga classes. It is called Shine On Yoga LLC. The link is in my bio. This recording will be on there either late this week or early next week. I usually let everybody know on my socials. So you're more than welcome to follow me on any of those. That way you can get updated, or you can subscribe to YouTube and it'll let you know automatically. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything that you'd like to work on, let me know in the comments. If there's anyone that you think would find this practice beneficial, you can send this video over to them. I just do everything through pretty much word of mouth and through organic distribution. I'm a one-person show here. Well, and I have a cat and dogs, so. But for those of you on the live, if you want to come back next week, I'll be doing this again next week, kind of at the same time. It's usually 4 o'clock Central Time, so I would love for you to join me again. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a great rest of your week and a great rest of the month. We only have one more day, and then it's August. So I will see you next week. Everyone stay safe. May you all be blessed. Namaste. Want to say bye, Chai? Want to say bye to everyone? Want to say bye? Say bye. Say bye. Bye.